What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. If you guys have been following this channel or just the black internet, you will notice that there have been a lot of issues with women who work in correctional facilities and prisoners. Okay. And I mean, most of y'all, I hope, will stay out of prison and don't have to go through that life. But again, imagine you're a dude and you're married to a female correctional officer. And if you're a female, you're married to a male correctional officer. Now, let me get back to the females. A lot of them, especially in black cities, have been losing their jobs for doing some crazy things.
New at 6, phones and more smuggled into the Fulton County Jail. Tonight, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office confirms it has an ongoing corruption investigation and 4 security officers who work for a contract company arrested. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live at the jail where he's been poring over the warrants against these 4. Mark, you found some allegations that seem shocking.
Yeah, a Fulton County Sheriff's Office official says this investigation started in May and more arrests are expected. But for now, 4 young women are residents of the jail where they worked until yesterday.
They work for strategic security. I can confirm that they have all been terminated.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it turns out 4 security officers working for a contractor at the county jail were security problems. Records suggest Briasha Tate admitted using a book to hide phones.
Allegedly confessed to smuggling in cell phones in a cutout inside a book.
Yes.
And this happens a lot. You know, these women get caught helping these guys break out of prison. You know, they're sending them pictures. You know, they're getting their cheeks clapped. And then obviously one lady in London, I think I showed that she was in there actually getting clapped up inside of the prison on tape. She was married to a black dude. She was a Brazilian chick married to a black dude, getting her cheeks all the way clapped all the way down. All right. But now there's a brother by the name of DeAndre Bronze. Many of you brothers may know him from Tales from the Hood, 3 Strikes. Again, you know what I'm saying? He went to prison though for a while. And the reason why he went to prison was because he basically had a 10-year sentence because he basically killed his aunt's boyfriend. All right. And he was real popular in prison. And so he had to do a lot of fighting, you know, because once he got in there, people was on him. But I want you to hear what he had to say about female correctional officers.
But it's like all this shit they did to me while I was in prison. You know what I mean? These people, these nurses, all of them look the same. They all demonic and each other and sucking each other. If you got a wife or a husband that work in prison, on my life, and he everything in there. All that, I love you and coming home swearing lies. I had a gang of police CO up in there willing to suck, and they were sucking and I didn't let them suck me. I had too much attention. We can't get away with this. Come bend over and do all that, and yeah, real life. And I'm telling the truth. It's about that time. I'm not telling no names though, but if your or your work in a prison or a hospital, they the other people they working with, I promise. Or somebody. And if you got one that ain't, you better start your life over and meet her first.
But guys, let me just say this. On the outside world, when you're dealing with your woman, right? Especially in today's world, you know, if you're a successful dude and you're dating a chick, yeah, dude's gonna be trying to get at her, but it's not a life or death thing, you know? So it ain't gonna be so much pressure that a dude is really trying to take your chick and he ain't trying to really sweat her like that. He got maybe just a little bit of time to holler. You know what I'm saying? If a dude meets your chick at the mall and you ain't there, he might have, you know, 5 to 10 minutes, 30 seconds to 10 minutes to holler. And depending on how she feel that day, you know, she can respond to him or not. But when your chick has a job, you know, where she can get one of them work husbands and she always there with him more than she is with you, especially in prison, where those dudes, it's their life or death survival. It's hard for a dude to compete with that because these dudes are trying to say anything. And especially if you're not making her feel that way, the dudes in prison, they horny, they need money, they got game, they're trying all the time to get her, and they got all the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? They can keep failing and get it right. So, you know, and they be in there under all that stress, and you know, it's just gonna be booty clapping it up, and then next thing you know, your chick then got bent over by prison Pookie. I was watching this crime story about this particular guy. I can't find the guy's name right now, but he basically lived on, he was a prisoner. He did life in prison. And somehow the correctional facility guy, one of the correctional guards, they actually lived on the prison grounds in a house. Obviously they could leave and things like that. But you know, when the prison guard got out, you know, basically he had a wife, they had a house there. It was nice, and in that way he could just go back to work, okay? Well, they had an art program. So the warden let this guy, this prisoner, participate in the art program. And, you know, he was doing it at this warden's guy's house with his wife, okay? So, you know, and then basically he was, you know, doing the art, you know, on their porch and everything. He struck a relationship with the wife, and he had life in prison. Next thing you know, him and the wife is gone. Him and the warden's wife went on the run for 14 years. They finally catch the both of them, okay? Now, once they get caught, the wife is like, oh, well, he kidnapped me. I was scared. He brainwashed me, says that it hurt my family. The police actually put her silly ass in jail because she had plenty of opportunities to leave, but she had been planning it the whole time. And guess what? She had been getting her cheeks clapped by other prisoners the whole time. She was a booty clapper, okay? So you guys out there, you know, whenever somebody has more to lose than you're a woman to do with these dudes, and you're dealing with them, I don't care how much game you got, you're most likely gonna lose. Dudes in the pen got a lot of game. Look at the environment they're in. They got a lot of game, okay? More game than the majority of us. Because we're not living in a life and death situation like prisoners are. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine what kind of game you would have if you've been locked up for 10 years, you ain't never had no cooter in that time, and then you get a chance to talk to a woman every day, and you get to shoot your shot and shoot your bid. Man, you will come up with some of the most craziest things to say to get an opportunity to smuggle some things in. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.